Hey there, this is Matt from Lost Decade, and today I am working on some sprites for Soul Thief, our upcoming roguelike game. And these are the concepts right here. You can see they're these kind of creepy looking statue things. They have two states. One is where they're kind of shy and they're covering their eyes, the other, they are attacking. And this is definitely inspired by Doctor Who. So if you're not familiar, there are these, I think they call them angels on the show, but they're basically these statue things that look really creepy. Is that the same version? I guess I had a couple different sketches. So I don't know exactly what they're going to look like just yet, but that is part of what we are doing right here. So yeah, here's the smaller versions, and then here's the big scary looking dude. And I think what I want is maybe something in between. So I might just start over with the sketches here. So let's just jump in. I like to start with just some really simple shapes, just to kind of represent where I'm going to be putting the various limbs and stuff like that. So here I just want kind of a 3D rectangle to kind of help guide me, see what I'm making. I'll be doing this a lot. I kind of I paste a work in progress into what I call here the playground, where I have some actual in-game entities like Raga here, the main character. This is a gargoyle work in progress, and here's some of the new traps and monsters that we have in the brand new garden dungeon, which you can see here around the edges. And so I can kind of use that for sizing to see what the in-game entity would actually look like if it was in the game. So here I'm going to turn on my grid. Actually, I need that grid above. My playground file here is really sloppy because I just want to get it done. Like, I haven't gone back and made this easier to use in a long time, so the layers are kind of messed up. But basically, I definitely want that to be above the floor. I think I'm having kind of a layering issue here. I got to make these objects above the grid. That way when I grab them, I can just move them freely. Great. So let's see. That's about the size I want, I think. So that's useful. I will use that to kind of give me an idea of what to shoot for while I am sketching. So what do I kind of want here? I want something that looks like an angel, but I don't want to like draw the full like female figure. I don't want all this the whole like hourglass thing. I don't know if I want all of that. I think I just want almost like a chibi version of it. So like super deformed with like maybe a really simple body. Something like almost like a Lego or Playmobil figure. Drawing the face here. Just gonna give myself some proportions. If it's gonna be an angel statue, it's definitely gonna want to have some wings. So I'm gonna draw some wings in here. And I'll check the sizing here in a bit. And just real quick, I'm gonna like sketch in some hands. Just for like, I could see what it would look like in a pose I'm not necessarily gonna use. So then I'll paste that in here, and I think we're starting to get a little too big with those wings. I got a little too crazy. I don't really want them to take up more than one tile, because then you start getting into issues with the generator, because this game is randomly generated, so I don't really want them to take up more than one tile. It makes them harder to place. That's 1x3. Okay, so there's my guide for that's a 1x1 tile back there. All right, so that's useful. So I'm gonna cut the wings off, just like you would on a fallen angel. And let's see what I can do here. Maybe just smaller, like cuter wings, and then I might like tuck them behind See if I can get away with that. And let's see where we're at with that sizing. It's a little more reasonable. I might go for a different style though. I really wanted to get this this kind of U shape here, because I feel like that's customary, but I've also seen some wings I really like that are kind of more basic, where they're almost just ovals, really. And then you can add maybe some feather effects or something. I don't know. I do think though that I want to see kind of like a headband around the angel. I feel like a headband almost brings to mind a halo, you know? Like, I don't want to go this far, but there's something very angelic about a headband. And then maybe we can give her some hair. And this is going to be almost like a Greek or Roman statue look to it, where, you know, the hair looks very chiseled. It's got like these hard kind of shapes like this, you know, like real hair might have more kind of fine grained, but that's not the look we're going for. We're going for like thick. Okay, so that's over my arm. Let's kind of get a feel for where we're at. I'll paste this into my little playground. I think we're in the right ballpark. I think we're still a little too big. So I might go in here and let's try like 80%. Let's see what that gets us. I think we're starting to feel pretty good here. Yep. And then, you know, if they are side by side, I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. I think that's okay. I can live with it. But this stuff, stop it. That's too big for sure. And it's getting in my way. Stop it. Stop it. That's too big. I don't need that rectangle anymore. Although let's see how I did with that. Come here. With that rectangle. Yeah, I went too big on the sides, but that's okay. I don't really love how this guy right here looks. So, all right. That's a decent enough starting point. So from here, I'm going to lower down the opacity of that. And so I need to play around a little at least with like, this is not what I'm actually picturing for the statue. Like, she could just be like this, but what I want to see instead, you know, for a true Doctor Who reference, she needs to be covering her eyes. And so she would have these kind of arms over her eyes. I don't really like that. Yeah. Probably I should draw the face first, though. So I've already kind of got like a baseline here for where I want stuff, but this is all just a very sketchy part of the stage. Very sketchy stage of the process, so it doesn't really matter too much where stuff is just yet. And later on I'll get to like basically just rendering out the sprite once I'm happy with where stuff is, basically. Erase away what I don't need. All right, so she's covering her eyes. I want her to look kind of like sad or shy. Maybe she has some eyebrows, maybe not. Some hair in there. Okay, and so I didn't really decide what her body looks like, and that's a good thing before I get too much farther along. I want to know what her body looks like underneath the arms. And again, I don't think I want to emphasize a female figure too much, because this game's pretty cartoony, and almost nobody has like, you know, the full like legs and like a hip and all this stuff, like a proper body. You know, like in general, we're kind of going more the route where like body, head, you know, like much more basic. But there aren't many humanoids really, except for the wizard and a Wizard Lizard 2 Soul Thief. So without her arms, let's say her arms, just to help me visualize it, or else say her arms are at her side. So she's got her arms here. And I think what I'm picturing is like, that's her head. I want to see if I can get away with this. If I do like a, not quite like a tank top maybe. Maybe I can suggest a bosom here, but just a light suggestion. Like, I don't want to emphasize it too much. That might be enough, honestly. Because, like, I really don't want to put too much detail on the body here, you know? Like, I don't really want to do all this stuff because I want to draw attention to the face, because that's going to be where the action is later. Okay, so that's pretty reasonable for an underbody. I'm going to make a duplication of that. I'm going to lower the opacity so I can see what I need to delete, which is going to be this stuff. And then, see, that's what I was kind of going for, was like there's a shape you can see here underneath. I didn't want it to just be, you know, completely blank here with like this big area of nothing at all. But again, I wanted to, like, if there's going to be more detail, I want that detail to bring the focus to the face. And you can see here too, the arms are kind of doing the same thing, right? And the headband does that too, where it helps like, you know, this is your point of interest. All right, so let's see where we're at with that body. Oh, I definitely don't want those arms, do I? Because she's got her arms in a different place now. All right, all right. Now I'm wondering how she would look with a belt. So let me duplicate this body again, just to satisfy my own curiosity. What if she had like a midsection? Is that too much detail? I don't know. Let's find out. Copy that again, bring the opacity down so I can tell which one. And then I'm going to delete away what I'm not needing for this. You know, I think I like it, but I think that it kind of almost makes her look like more of a person. It gives her like humanity, and I don't really want that. I want her to be able to, once the coloring is in there and stuff, I want it to be convincing as a statue. So I don't think I'm going to keep that, but you know, it's worth exploring. Okay, I don't need that. I got my base body. I got my, call it my modded body. I'm going to think about what I want these wings to look like. I'm going to see if I can tuck them in a little bit more to keep that width down from the sprite size. My one concern is these might not obviously be wings. I guess that's why the feathers. And again, I'm going for like a kind of Greek Roman look. So, you know, low on detail and big on like thick things. All right, let's see where we're at here. I'm going to put this into my playground to see if I like it. It's smaller, much smaller than that was before. Takes up about one tile with room to spare, so I'm liking that a lot. All right, now this is going to be the next hard part. Because as you can see from the playground here, like I did this kind of Cyclops looking thing. I don't really like it. There's a lot of things I don't like about it. One is that she's got two hands, so I really want her to have two eyes. And I want to go for something that looks, because this is what Doctor Who basically does, is they look human but kind of grotesque. You know, they're almost in that uncanny valley where they don't quite look right. I think I'm going to continue with this. No, not that one. This one. Instead of drawing everything over again, I'm going to duplicate that and erase away what I don't need, which is going to be her arms. Those are going to be different. I'm going to draw over based on my below 3D sketch. And you know what? I need that body. Yeah, that's what I need, that full body. So here, got her kind of normal oval here, and then kind of this tank top thing. Now, one thing I did like from this was the hands. I liked the slant with the kind of sinister looking, those basic shapes. It almost looks like a saw. It makes her hands look very sinister. So if I've got that sketch here somewhere, I might just grab that. I think I do. Yeah, those hands were closer, but this is more like what I had in mind. Right. Just gonna copy that. It's almost like programming, you know, like if you've done something before, why not just copy paste it I mean, you could probably do it from scratch. If you've done it once, you can do it again. But, you know, making video games is a ton of work. So anything you can do to make it easier on yourself, you know, why wouldn't you? All right, so that's actually a pretty good size for what I had in mind too. All right. So that's the previous one. I'm going to save before the power goes out or something else bad happens. I don't do that nearly enough. So I got my hand here. That's good. Something else I'm going to do with this hand just to help me out. I'm going to put it in a folder and I'm going to give it a background just so that I can do things like this. I can now... That's not working. There we go. So now I can put it over my sketch and without it disappearing behind the lines and stuff. Okay, so this is going to be the hard part, I think, is like I need to make a really scary looking face. And this is probably not going to be like less Doctor Who reference because like the Doctor Who faces are pretty realistic looking, like, you know, a real... I kind of like the closed eyes, maybe. I don't know. Open eyes say more like predatory and scary, right? Oh, maybe I can get away with this. What if I also like... What if I give her a stupidly exaggerated mouth? I need to duplicate this. What if it was like... Because I want to have room for her mouth. I also want to look more evil. I think I need more of a... Yeah, it's starting to be... Yeah, see, that's the problem with the Doctor Who realistic look, is I don't think I'm going to be able to convey what I want with that little... Like, with so much detail in her face. Let's just see if I can get away with, like, some really basic teeth here. I'm starting to think her head might be too big. Oh, that's her face. Where is that hand at? Oh, you're above. That's right. Okay. Oh, I moved the... There it goes. So her hand would be like here-ish, and then I have another one. It's like there-ish. Yeah, let's... I don't know. I don't know, man. Let's see where we're at. Paste. I want to zoom out. So, stop it, stop it, stop. Can I not grab that? Is it below again? I put it below, didn't I? Yep. Layering. All right. I don't think I need this one anymore. Delete. This guy goes here, this guy goes here. I don't think I want the grid. I like the grid. Here's my grid. Oh, stop. I hate you so much. Okay. All right, so that's what it looked like. 100%. I don't hate it. I don't really love it either. I wonder if I can... It might even be okay if her head gets bigger when she's trying to be scary. So let's see. That's one of my worries, is that there's not enough room here for the detail I'm trying to insert into there. So let's see, like, what if I made it, I don't know, 15% bigger? Is that ridiculous? I'm kind of liking it so far. Rah! That's fine. Gives me more... Yeah, okay. I'm liking it. But I think it'd be worthwhile to try one more. So I'm going to go back to here. Duplicate that. All right, so I'm going to try some other things. So I liked the... I don't want to do, like, even though they're creepy, I don't really want to do a Cyclops. It's not really threatening enough either. Like, I don't think we're gonna go there. So if she's got these hands over her eyes, I want her to have like two eyes. That's almost like cute. See, I don't want that. That's not threatening. Not creepy enough. I've always kind of liked this, although it is just back to the one. This is because I really want her to kind of have two things she's covering with her eyes, but like what if she had just this creepy, you know, giant mouth face? Yeah, I don't mind that either, actually. What if, what about like one big mouth? I'm already not liking this. I don't know. That's not bad. Let's see about the hands. I'm gonna put those in one folder. I don't know. Let's take a look. Yep. I kind of like it. Question is, what do I like better? I think I'm gonna go with option B. Probably just because it's like less of an overt reference. You know, like references are good. I love references, but you know, you gotta get something original in there, or what are you even doing except for just like blatant copies? I feel like I do that too much. It's almost like a crutch, you know. So let's see where we are at. I should probably start labeling stuff so I don't get lost. So those are the hands. I need those. This is the, let's call it scary face, and with the hands. So those are going to go together. And I'll call that collectively, I'll call it scary. All right, so I got my scary. That's fine. There's my scary. I think I probably will make her head a little bigger. All right. That's a base. I don't really need that. Okay, and here she is. Like, I'll call this one shy. Going for emotions or moods here. This is my, call it my 3D sketch. And there's my body and some other crap that I don't really need. I don't know what that is. So, all right, I don't really need that. So here is state 1, there's state 2. And I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to get rid of that. Whoops, I'm going to move my state 2 right here. So that's what I'm going for. And I think I'm going to like it. One more check to make sure I don't like this guy better. Why are you doing this to me? Don't. Oh, I hate you so much. Why are you so far down? Get up. I'm also thinking that like my gut tells me this is too much detail, and then also, you know, the hands with this approach, the detailed face, the hands almost look like they wouldn't be covering up the whole face, and I really like the idea of Jesus seeing this blank face, and then what she was hiding was this giant mouth, and that's all. I think that's kind of cool. So my gut is telling me to go simpler, and the simpler face is simpler. So here we go. All right, now time to start the actual rendering process. Now that we're past, we did the concept initially. That was kind of prior with talking with Jeff along the way. And then now we did kind of like a sanity pass for sizing and stuff. And now we're getting into rendering. Make it part of the game. Oh, that's loud. I should turn that down. Okay, so here I have my symmetry ruler, which is a super cool feature of Clip Studio Paint / Manga Studio, whatever you'd like to call it. I thought I had a sketch. Yeah, I guess that's just her body. And is that the same thing as this? Whoop. Yes, it is. Okay, so I think what I'm going to start with actually is drawing her body, because both states are going to need it, so I'm probably going to use it as a base for both states. So I'll be reusing it probably. And what I'll do is I'll keep a master layer and I'll just copy it as needed. Yep. There we go. Now then, I want to make sure there's enough room that it looks like it has mass. And I want to give some overlap, not that much, to convey depth. Be gone. Flaws. All right, so that should look a bit like a really basic looking oval body with something draped over it and kind of wrapped around. That's what I'm going for. Okay, I'm going to save. So that's my base body, and I'll probably keep the coloring also in a kind of like a master copy. And I'll probably do the same thing with the head. I'll probably make this all separate layers just to keep things easy on myself. So here I'm creating a new layer, and I'm going to duplicate what I've already got here line-wise, because it's already got my my symmetry ruler in place. All right. So I'm going to start with shy. Okay, I got to start labeling this stuff. I'm getting confused here. So I'm going to call this body master. And shy needs to go, shy needs to go above that. And this is shy. I'll turn that up, and I'll turn the sketch down. And actually, I don't really even want shy yet. What I want first is, I'll call this headmaster. And then I'm just going to get in here, turn the body down, but I still want to know, I want to know where it's at, so I get my overlap correct. But right now I'm only drawing her head. It needs to be a little lower. And I think I can turn off that body. There we go. So that's not what I want. A little more body. Okay, good. A little cleaner. So there's shy. I need to turn that up so I can see her head. All right, great. Now I might start with an oval here. Nice lady shape. It's not bad. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just go for it. Usually what I like to do is I draw something and then I overlap things on top of it to make sure that the underlying shape is solid. Because otherwise, if you draw a part of the head and then you draw the headband and then your other part of the head comes out here, this no longer looks like a solid shape, right? But I think because her head kind of goes off this way and then it disappears the side of her hair and stuff, I think I can get away with just doing a headband. Oh, look, I'm happy with that. How's it look small? Yeah, it's fine. And then for some reason, Clip Studio Paint turns off the symmetry ruler when you zoom in and out for some reason. I don't know. So that works for us though, because we're kind of done with that phase. And then I just want to give her some Greek looking, hopefully thick hair. Looks nicely clumped and layered. And hopefully kind of Greek angelic. I don't know if I really accomplished that there. I think that's part of the issue. Whoops. No, there it turned it back on. Who knows, man? Who knows? Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't know, man. It's just hair. So there's her head. So I got my headmaster. Next, I want my Wings master. And I'm going to turn the head down. All right. Delete that there. Turn the head down. All right. So wings are going to look like... Ooh. First try. And I don't even know if it needs... Because like I could just do this during the coloring phase, but let's just see if we like this or not. That's too much. Does that say wings to you? What if I continue with this? It's hard to tell with all these layers being super translucent. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Although I don't think that's a little too much. I'll probably come back and add more detail later. Okay. I think one other thing I might be missing is that hair at the top there for the head. Let's make sure that the scary face doesn't need it. Yep, doesn't need it at all. So I want to go back into Headmaster. And I do not need my symmetry ruler. Great. So let's give her like a clump of hair there and little clump there. I like it. Okay. Now then, we have our wings. We have our head. I'm going to save it. And, oh, got to get rid of some of this. Be gone, extra lines. I really love Clip Studio Paint's vectors. That's what makes this job really easy. The vectors, just check it out. Look how cool they are. You can go like rant, and then you can delete certain nodes piece by piece. Love it. Okay. Got my head. I think I'm going to go ahead and let's see if I put the wings below the head. Yeah, that's where I want those. Body, okay. I might start coloring now. Not like full coloring, but just enough so that the views below can no longer be seen as easily. That way I can start to see what this will look like layered. I'm gonna kind of fill in my gaps. Okay, so I got basic coloring down, that's fine. Shy, I'm not ready for. Head, I am ready for. Where are those wings? Okay, I don't want those yet. So here's what I'm talking about, is if I turn on wings, you can see that like right here, they clip underneath. You can see them, and I don't want that anymore. So when I color them in, I turn on wings and they're gone. Just as I wanted. All right. Wings and body. Put Shy up here. Now for wings, I need the same deal. Paint, paint. Okay, that's going to be a problem. I want wings below everything. There we go. Now let's see. Is that everything I got right now? I guess so. Let's take a look. Do some like sizing comps. One more like sanity pass. Sorry about that. It's amateur hour over here. I guess I should really turn my phone off before I haven't done one of these videos in a long time. Not like this anyway. We've been doing weekly gameplay videos for a while, and that's starting to feel like a pretty streamlined process, but I've been meaning to do an art video for a long time, and I just haven't gotten around to it, man. There's so much going on. Okay. I think I'm ready to work on Shy. And for shy, I might be able to get away with just layering on top of everything I've got. That'd be convenient because then I wouldn't have to mess with anything. So let's find out. So what if I turn these down? Or maybe, I like doing this sometimes. I'll just do like a total overlay. Yeah, there we go. And that way I can kind of control the kind of global opacity of everything below it. All right, so I got my sketch here. And here I'm just going to start inking. So this is the shy look. And I don't even know if I'm happy with these hands. They're just like such basic shapes right now. Whoa. Am I happy with that? Ship it. I mean, it might be cool if I gave her a bracelet. Is that cool or is that too much? I don't like it. Yeah, I was wondering if let's give it a shot. I was going to come in here and maybe think like, what if I gave her some actual hand shapes? Like, I don't know, something that looks like she's actually got fingers and stuff. I don't know. That's an awful lot of detail to try to get in there. I mean, I could see the appeal. Maybe. Let's give it an actual go. So, right. I think the problem is that, like, I'd have to do some studies to find out what exact type of hand I want to represent. You know, like what kind of shapes. You know, is it like everything's extended, or is it more like she's kind of keeping her fingers together? That's kind of nice, though. Let's give it a shot. It's a little too low there. Symmetry ruler's off randomly for some reason. So let's see. There's a very subtle hand shape. Ah, see, it turned the symmetry ruler off again. Drives me crazy. It might be something I'm doing. All right, so there's A, and there's B. So part of the reason I wanted to try a little bit more of a described hand is because in the scary, you know, like we talked about earlier, she's got kind of more detailed hands, and so I didn't want her to go, like maybe not go from such simple hands to such, you know, slightly more detailed hands. You know what? When in doubt, try them both. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try them both. So here's A. Kind of like it. And we should give B a shot. That'll work. Paste. Tough call, you guys. I gotta go with A, I think. The simpler one. Although I might change my mind when I introduce the more complicated hands, like I talked about earlier. So I might just keep my options open and do that frame last. So let's see where we're at. Those are hands. This is a sketch. Yeah, and I guess I might be able to get away with just doing the same thing here, where the scary layer is just an overlay. That'd be very convenient for me. So let's do the same method where I add an overlay layer. Those hands are much too opaque. Turn those down a lot. Okay. So there's my statue. Let's get this sketch out of here. So I make that barely visible. And then my sketch goes over it. And I might just kind of, just to reduce the confusion here. Because really, all this is, it's her mouth. Honestly. Ah! So, yeah, let's just try this. Alright, symmetry ruler is on. Alright, let's give it a shot. So I like really spiky looking fingers if they are supposed to be dangerous monsters, you know. My main problem is I usually make them too thin and they don't end up looking that interesting. I don't love that. I don't love that either. I like straight pinkies. So I kind of am thinking like, oh, that's not bad. Yep. What if I give her a straight pinky? And then I don't really know what to do. The problem is like I don't really know what to do with her index finger. I don't really like that. That's okay. Give it the real test. Yeah, I think I'm fine with it, honestly. I have a tendency to spend way too much time on hands because, like, you know, the human brain is really wired to recognize a good or a bad hand. And, I mean, honestly, I should just be studying more. Like, I should have prepared and studied some hands. But, like, you know, it's hard when you're trying to ship a game, you know? Really, I've just got to go with where I'm at as an artist and hope it works out. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Now for the mouth. Turned off my symmetry ruler again. Although I don't really know if I need it for the mouth. It's okay if it looks a little lopsided. So let's do like a... No, I'm not going to like this. I should start here at the bottom. I want to make sure I've got enough room. Like I don't want her mouth to take... Or maybe I do. Do I want her mouth to take up the whole thing? What if it was like this? I don't know, maybe. I'm not feeling very confident about this. I feel like maybe her mouth's not big enough. Which, you know, I could extend the size of her head, but I don't really want to have to do that. But I might. But I might. Nope, there's symmetry ruler back on again. I kind of like that that angle there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking this. And to give her sharp teeth, I might just render the teeth with color later on. All right, so let's just see where we're at. Oh yeah, I got to turn off the hands in the sketch, and I need to add some color to the hands. Like thus. And then I guess I could go ahead and color in some teeth right now. Let's just, whoops. Let's just fill this in. Then I can erase away some stuff. Although let's turn that down so I can see. Oh, I don't have my sketch open. All right, so maybe if I just went like, I don't know. Let's see what that looks like. I think the teeth are too small. Yeah, gotta be much bigger teeth. So maybe we won't use that approach. What if it was like, almost like a cartoon where you just draw like really cheap teeth? That might be okay. Because even that, her teeth start to disappear a little bit. So let's say true cartoon would look like this. Maybe I could do like, what if she had a creepy, probably not gonna like that. No, I don't like that at all. Maybe I made the mouth too small. I feel like I'm overthinking just this simple little thing, but you know, teeth are pretty important. They need to be kind of scary looking. Just gonna shave some of this off. I don't know, let's just see where we're at. So I need some more gray color. Where's my gray color? Oh, that is my gray color. Oh, I don't need it there. Okay. So let's turn off the overlay. And I'm going to try something else here. Try to give her like a bigger mouth. Make some room. Yeah, still though, I think her mouth is still just too small and complex. Like for that much detail, I think I want to give her like a bigger head. Let's just see where we're at. Rah. Okay. I think I still like the simpler hands just because they're simpler, you know? My one thought is if we don't have the hand shape connected to the head, they might not read as hands. They could read as like eels coming out of her eyes or something weird. So maybe I will go with the hands. All right. I think I'm overthinking it. So, you know, I can always redo it later. I do kind of want to see a bigger, more threatening mouth. But I think I'm just going to take this to the finish line and see where we end up. Good grief. All right, I'm putting this on airplane mode. So, we've got our scary, we've got our shy. What we need now is to shade stuff. So, let's do it. Now, this is meant to look like, I'm going to save too. This is meant to look like just a standard statue. Which means basically it's just going to be pretty uninteresting gray, and it'll have some shadows and stuff. Maybe I can give her, yep, I like that. Just some like ambient occlusion. So fancy. Oh, am I doing this in the same layer? Son of a... I am. That's a shame too, because I like that shape. Can't believe I did that. I thought I did this already. I guess I went too far with my undos or something. Anyway, let's see if I can nail that again. Nope. 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 Maybe. Nope. 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 Why couldn't it be easy? It's close. Nope. 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 I wonder the longest amount of time I've spent trying to draw a single line. It's probably like 10 minutes. Okay, I don't care. It's fine. I liked the first one better. But I lost it. Okay, I need to think a little more about this. So there's going to be like some shadows up the side. No light is going to make it into there. And I want to puff out the bottom of her dress a little bit. Kind of want to sharpen that up a tad. Okay, okay. Let's add some shadows here. Yep, maybe in her pits area. Okay, I'm fine with that. Let's go to the head and do the same thing. Basically, I think here I'm going to make sure headband casts a shadow. She's definitely going to get some shading on her face with like a bit of rim light around the edges. Whoops, too deep. It's not very smooth. Maybe I should do this way. That's fine. Okay, some hair. Yep. I'm gonna erase away some of this. I don't want all these. I don't want all this shade. Yep. 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 Okay, that's fine. Headband will have some darkness on the sides and maybe even on the bottom. Yeah. Let's see. Nope. And okay, I'm gonna call that good for the head. Oh, it's wings I did that on. Okay. So for wings, I'm going to actually duplicate this layer, bring that down, and then I'm going to what's it? Oh, why can't I rasterize? Convert layer to raster layer. And I want my symmetry ruler on. Great. So I'm picturing some shade definitely over here, tucked in. This is where more of the feather effect will probably come through. That's the hope anyway. I don't really know exactly yet how I want the feathers to go. So let's just start getting some ideas down and see what sticks. Looks like that would probably, yep, it's not bad. Maybe I'll do another feather right here, but very subtle. And is that good? Yeah, ship it. Okay. All right, I think we got a decent baseline for our statue. I might do some highlights too, although they have a tendency to look a bit too much like metal if I do them too bright. So I don't know if this is gonna stick or not. I almost don't want to do anything to the face because I'm not gonna do anything to the face because we're gonna change that up later. Let's see if I can do like a little bit on the hair. Maybe I should turn that down. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that way it doesn't look so shiny. And then back to the wings. I'm going to do the same thing. My symmetry ruler is off again for some reason. So I'm just going to add some light. Reasonably happy with that. I actually don't love these, but whatever. Shipping it. Oh, I got to turn that down too. 50%. The body, yep. I don't need that to be symmetrical. I do want it turned down. Why isn't that working? Oh, it's, okay, not on the body. Okay. So I wonder if I could. I don't want to have to do like, you know, circular bosoms. That's not gonna look right. Maybe I could do like this. No, I don't know. That my area is gonna get covered up a lot anyway. Maybe I'll just do this. So add like some center light. I honestly don't even know if she needs. Might just do this. Yep, ship it. So now we've got Shy, which also needs its own. What's going on here? Got colored too far. Yep. Colored too far. Where is that going? Oh, that's the that's the coloring for the other hands. I'm just gonna delete that. It's gonna mess me up. Let's turn this thing back on so I can see what I'm coloring. There we go. And let's do it the lazy way. Bam. I guess I could even use the bucket, but it's kind of always imperfect. So is the lasso. All right, turn that off. And actually I don't want to clip to that because I want to try something. I want to like cast a shadow below. Actually though, I do want symmetry, but I do not want a vector layer. Rasterize, there we go. Nice. All right. So you go there. Ah, quit turning off. You go there. You go there. Nice rounded arm. Yep. Maybe I can get away with like, that's not gonna work. Let's give her some rim light there. Yep, yep, yep. Yep. Okay, let's go down to the body. No. Yes. Yeah, and then I'll delete away the bit that went over there. Great. Now let's add some highlights. 50%. Okay. I'm fine with that. I don't hate that. So I think Shy is basically done. So 1 out of 2 states are done. Man, I sure have a lot of whips here. Get out of my way, Gargoyle. You too, past Angel. Be gone. Stop it. You be gone. You be gone. And you come over here with Raga. Great. Okay, last one, you guys. And this one's going to be a little harder because it needs to look, honestly, it needs to look cooler and kind of scary. But as I mentioned earlier, I don't really know if I love what I've got here. And I don't know if I'm going to find that on this iteration. You know, you don't always have to finish completely the things that you start because it doesn't always come out that way, you know. I might find that when I see these things in game, I realize that, you know, maybe I went with the wrong face. Maybe I should have gone with this scarier, you know, realistic looking face. And so I don't want to spend, you know, all night just on this one drawing. So now we're here. I don't remember where I'm at though. Let's turn that overlay back on. Okay. So, right, I've got like weird layers here that are covering up stuff. That's totally fine. I just need to make sure I know what I'm doing. Oh, I gotta turn the border off. So, I'm not loving what that's doing with her face. So I'm gonna delete away, erase away some of this. Although it's not really what I want. Yeah, I'm doing something weird with my layers here. I probably shouldn't be. Usually I'm pretty judicious about having like one layer of color and one layer of shading. Maybe I should go back to that here because I'm getting a little thrown off. So is that all that is right now? Is just the face cover up? And what is this? This is the teeth. So that's all the gray, including the teeth. So maybe what I'll do, because what I want are these teeth, but they need to be on a different layer. So I'll paste that into its own layer. And then here I've got okay, I see what I want. I also want this guy. Great. Now, there's one layer for the face and another layer for the color. That's what I want. And now that I'm here, I can come in here and very exactly color just the parts that I want to get and not bleed into other areas. Still looks a little funky though. Right. Okay, I think that's about where I need it to be. All right, so what we don't have yet is the shading. So let's add that now. So let's see, thumb's gonna have some shade underneath there, underneath the fingers a little bit. I don't want them to lose their impact though, so not too much. That's pretty reasonable. Why isn't that coloring? Oh, right. So I need to color that layer in. I can tell already that's too much. It's better. Okay. Let's give her some... Oh, once again. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, I'm almost certainly going to come back and do a bigger mouth at some point. But like I said, I probably just need to sit on it for a while. I don't know exactly how I feel yet. Okay. Home stretch. I feel like that's too much on the fingers. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, you know what else? I'm made that too bright. Great. See how it looks? Oh, what happened here? She's upside down. That's weird. Okay. So here we have state A, where she's shy, and state B, where she's scary. And that is the angel statue hazard, as we call it, in Soul Thief, our upcoming game, which is coming to Steam Early Access very soon. So be sure to be on the lookout for that, and thanks a lot for watching. Be sure to subscribe too, because we do weekly gameplay videos of Soul Thief every Wednesday. So anyway, thanks for watching, and ship it.